Sagittarius, welcome back for your twin flame update. Now, I've pulled the cards ahead of time. This read is for between now and the 16th of November. I'm going to do an update as of the 16th. That's because Venus is going direct, Mercury is going retrograde. Now, a lot of the frequency has jumped up, but it's karmic cycles ending. Now, this week you could be feeling very triggered, very confused, really looking at things and wanting things to get off the ground. A lot of the Mercury energy is actually directly impacting us at the moment, where technology, communication and situations as such can be triggering us and affecting our connections. Again, those of you who are new, a big warm welcome. We do regular twin flame updates psychically as I get the downloads on the channel. So if you wish to join, please subscribe. There's also going to be a new channel in January being launched, which the information will be directly below and on my channel. Now, those of you who are new, the link is below for the website. Should you require a booking, we'll get straight into the read because there's some interesting frequencies going on. Okay, there can be nostalgia between the both of you. Now, remember, energies can bounce back and forward. Look at the counterpart's energy as well, because your frequency might be coming through in theirs and vice versa. However, a lot of old frequencies are being purged, connected to past tense connections. So it's a very distorted time, especially within readings where we're not quite gaining the clarity and we're getting frustrated. You're having to have a lot of patience, you know, and there might be a lot of longing for each other and longing to move forward, frustration. And in your own life, there is movement, but it just doesn't feel like it. You know, you're moving, but you're not seeing, you're wanting movement rather than it's physically happening. You might get to the point where you feel that the other person or you maybe overdid a direct situation. You might also be feeling very fatigued, and that you're needing to have a break in order to gain some clarity in how to handle some of the frequencies and the purging. It is going to be a change for the better, and this is really in your hopes. So what you're dealing with to push your life forward at a 3D level, and it can be for some of you at a financial level, is to move the connection forward. But you're assessing, some of you, situations that have been tiresome, that have impacted you being open. Yeah, I thought so. Work. It could be that, you know, some of you might not have been working. Some of you may not be in a job that you currently want to have. That is affecting the connection with your twin flame union. You do know there's going to be a change for the better. If you can keep fighting to get where you need to be at that level, you believe that this situation will come back into balance. What you are wanting is to offer this love. Now, who is this to offer to? They're giving it to themselves first in the pride, or directly to you, dependent upon how this directly fits. But they feel that they're understanding the key is to love thyself, and it's in the healing first. So they're doing what they think is honourable. And for you, counterpart, you may be holding a lot of masculine frequency coming through. And it might be that you know, if you're a feminine, you're having to utilise the masculine energy. You're really fighting to make it through. But there is a need to balance both the frequencies. It is going to be difficult moving into the 16th to do that, because we're having to use a lot of strength to be able to cope. There might be also things where you're thinking or they're thinking about commitment, but understanding the 3D nature of things, maybe it's not perfect timing. And again, that can be because you both do have a lot going on your plate. Or it could be your mindset connected to your twin that you feel they're not ready. There is a lot of tension in the counterpart's energy where whatever's going on in their life, it's really making them feel very vulnerable, overwhelmed, and maybe wanting to go into hermit mode. It can again be their finances. So there is a direct mirror going on, or finances in general, and what you feel makes you feel abundant. It doesn't have to be the money component. It can be the spiritual component. It's really directly being worked on at the moment, the internal abundance. But it might be that you're overdoing it and you know the truth of the matter. Okay, now, what is grounding this situation in the 3D for Sagittarius? It can be issues, or it can be situations happening in the life that can help or hinder. It can be that life around them has been quite harsh. Life to the core has been harsh. I mean, this is really between now and the 16th. There can be some frequencies coming through of gossip, of arguments and conflict around them, but also to the point where they're not having time to avoid it, and they're getting triggers because they're working extremely hard to move through to get to where they need to be spiritually in order to be open for a connection. What's up in the air in a manifestation, a meditation, and a thought process? It can be good or bad, again, fair. They're concerned that, you know, everything good that comes to them goes. So, again, it could be just swirling around in their mind while they're feeling fatigued, and you know, we don't think rationally when this does happen. So you're going to have to be patient with their frequency and any downloads you absorb, be it you're with them or you're not. You're going to feel a little bit triggered, like they're in a rush and they're running. Now, in their passion domain, what is helping or hindering them? You know, what's putting fire in their belly in their life in a good or bad way? Their burdens, okay? So they've got a lot of burdens on their shoulders. And again, like I said, energies and frequencies can jump back and forward. At an emotional level, which is 4D, you know, what their higher self is telling them in their truth, or what their fear-based frequencies are coming through in their feelings, is a karmic cycle is coming to an end. So they know by handling these direct situations, it's going to help end an old pattern in order to be more open and have a balance within connections. They also can be looking at past tense situations and letting them go, where it's either they are with, how do I put it? For some of them, it may have been that they were in a connection and that they had financial loss, or they're coming out of marriages and they're having financial loss and having to fight through to balance that situation. For others, it may very much be that at an employment level or an emotional level in connections, they were always having to work extremely hard. Now, again, do look at the soulmate karmic energies, because some are soulmates, some end up being karmics, because we are, and I've named them that way purely from the point of view that at the moment we're all in an assessment state. And this is collective energy. You know, are we with the right person? Are we on the right path? How is their frequency, you know, and what is it going to look like at the end of that cycle? And again, I will be doing an update as of the 16th, fingers crossed. Okay, so I'll pull another card. Any advice? Oh. Yeah, again, finances. So anything that made them happy and made them didn't, they're going to gain clarity of this by the 16th. And we will tell you on Yildiz readings on the 16th. Love and light. Bye.